Here we go, getting into Game 4, Kisses for Cats versus Iron Dragon in the semifinals. We're going ahead and loading in now into Pig and Ban. We have the Graves and Kindred band away, as well as the LeBlanc and Zach band by Kisses for Cats. Both these teams have an exciting start right now. Brown, what are you looking to see here in this Game 4?
I'm looking to see more explosive team fights like they were last game, because that's really like what I enjoy watching more than anything. It's like really high kill, high skill cap games where you can see a lot of the individual play shine, as well as spot the differences in communication.
Xiao Lu had a really strong game, but it just wasn't enough last game. I mean, he picked up so many kills, was full build, 28 to 30 minutes in the game, was just so far ahead, but it just wasn't enough. And now maybe we can see if they can get him kind of more aggressive play, and maybe he can play about the same way that another Karthus is no longer an option for Iron Dragon.
Nope. So let's see what they decide to pick up first. Finally, they allow Ash to get through, and Lai Xiaolu immediately picks that up. Another hover over the Udyr. But will we see it locked? If we do, it'll be hilarious, and I want to see how well that works, what they build around it. Nope, we do see a Senna for the first pick. Who knows if that's going to be support or AD? But is it really gonna ever be support?
So now, Senna with an 80% win rate right now in the ALS. A very strong champion with a couple different builds available. He can go with the Glacial Augment or could go Grasp into a Frozen Mallet. And then we see an Echo locked in for Kisses for Cats. I'm hoping that goes on him so we can keep up this early game aggression we've seen him in this series.
Hopefully, because again, Echo is another one of those really strong early to mid game champions that becomes like even stronger in the late game. I don't think there's a really bad part of his game right now, because he's always able to just use this get out of jail free ultimate for free. And now that we've got Ash Thresh to start them off in the bot lane, we can really focus on what's left on the map.
So with the Ash and Thresh locked in for Lai Xiaolu and Haxel, pretty strong bot lane. And then the Amumu locked in, most likely for Ain't Your Mommy on Iron Dragon. I don't think we've ever seen Amumu in the ALS.
I don't think we have either, and he's not usually highly contested either because of how difficult it is for his early game. Like, he's very, as a jungler himself, especially against some like picking that into Ham, who's been the reason that Kisses for Cats been together for the entire series. Like, walking in over and over and over again into the enemy jungle and really abusing Ain't Your Mommy, like, that's really been the telltale of the game, of the last two games.
But with that, we see a lot of CC coming out to maybe disrupt Ham's ability to just keep going in and out of these fights. And we see the Karma locked in, most likely going to double XL again in the top lane, as he's just been able to lock down top lane and turn it into an island up there.
Because they have to devote a lot of resources if they want to stop the Karma top.
We see the Zoe ban coming out for Kisses for Cats, and in response, Iron Dragon bans away the Morgana, assuming that the Senna is going to go to Sharon Fang in the bot lane.
They could go to Sharon Fang or Meowing Cat, really. Dashing Senna as well as AD Senna have both been very popular as of late in solo queue, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them breaks it out.
So we see the Twisted Fate ban coming through, very good champion, able to provide a lot of mobility and a lot of map pressure. And the Galio ban finally comes through, Iron Dragon taking him off the table, as no one has been able to kind of deal with that champion effectively in lane. And now they're just going to go ahead and take him out of the game.
I'm pretty sure that Galio has had 100% pick ban so far in this series.
Yes, he was in the first 3 games, and now he's going to be taken out of this one. And we see the Ornn locked in now for Kisses for Cats, trying to throw, a curveball over to Iron Dragon, trying to keep them on their toes of where this might go.
It may very well finally be a Senna Karma bot lane. But then again, Ornn can also flex as a support. I've seen that plenty.
We see the Kale picked up, most likely going to the top lane, and I'm Candy locking in his Azir for Iron Dragon, and that's going to finish out their comp. Now we'll see how...
Go on.
We'll see how Kisses for Cats will respond with this final pick. Maybe we'll see a mid lane pick come out. Maybe we'll, not quite sure just yet as of where everybody's going at this moment.
And the Cassid being hovered, Cassid being locked.
It's going to be an Orianna locked in here. And now we finally see the full composition fleshed out. We have Tanamo on the Orianna in the mid lane. It's hovered of Double XL on Karma in the top, Ham on Echo, Sharon Fang on Senna, and Meowing Cat on Ornn. While on the opposite side for Iron Dragon, we have User Person on Key on the top lane, Ancient Mommy on the Amumu, I'm Candy on Azir, and Lijalu and Haxall on Ashe and Thresh in the bottom.
And I think that Kisses for Cats really slept on Candy's Azir. Because I've seen Candy's Azir before, and I'm pretty sure Candy's played it a couple times this split. Or I don't think we played it this split, but I know they played it a lot last split, and it really popped off whenever he did.
So Candy had a game on Azir this split, and he went 3-1-1, and was all over the place. He had an 80% kill participation in the game on it. I would definitely say it's a force to be reckoned with if Kisses for Cats is not going to be careful. But the only thing that I'll say is a big deciding factor is that Ham's going to have to be very careful in these fights, as there's so much CC to lock him down to make sure he can't just ult right out of these fights. You have the Amumu able to bandage toss on him and put out his huge ultimate. You have Ashe Arrow, you have Azir Wall. There's just so much there to lock him down and try to take some of that pressure off of Ham.
Yeah, and even with the Thresh hooks and Thresh flays, it's going to be a lot to do for Ham to deal with this time around. But that is if we get to that point, because remember, Ham has been throughout the series, especially the past 2 games, been playing extremely aggressive in the jungle and trying to abuse Ancient Mommy out of his.
Yeah, and we got to be very mindful of that, as Amumu is not at all an early game jungler, as he's going to have some struggles if Ham decides to come and hunt him down in his own jungle to create that pressure that he had 2 games ago, and even on last game where he wasn't exactly looking to find Ancient Mommy, but at the same time he was counter jungling so much, he was able to take so much early farm away from him.
Which is why I just don't want to see another situation like the second game, where Ancient Mommy's Jax got absolutely demolished and wasn't even level 2 by the 4-minute mark. Right? But now we're talking about the Amumu might be in a similar position if Ham decides to play just as aggressive as that game.
About a minute left until we load into this game. What do you think is going to be the big area to watch? Is it going to be the jungle between Ham and Ancient Mommy? Do you think it might be this bottom lane matchup from Senna Ornn against the Ashe Thresh? Do you think it might be one of the solo lanes? What do you want to keep your eye on here?
I think early game is once again going to be completely controlled by Ham. I think that's in the jungle matchup that's where we need to pay the most attention to, because when you're talking about Senna Ornn, not a very strong lane, but as soon as they get out of lane, as soon as they make it through laning phase, that combo becomes extremely powerful. And especially with the late game guarantee of an Ornn, so if he gets to level 16, level 17, he starts upgrading his teammates' items, that's when it's going to become a very big issue as well. Although Ornn is a huge tank to start with, but that's the secondary place to be looking. Because obviously, once again, we're looking at top lane. Double XL might struggle after Kale starts getting to Kale status, but I don't think that's going to be the place where the game is decided. And neither in mid lane either. because we're talking about Orianna and Azir, both pretty good range on them. I don't exactly know who has more range between those two champions, but it's not. I don't think either of those champions have kill pressure on each other.
I don't believe they do. I want to say that if Orianna is able to play the lane effectively, she'll be able to help, maybe not impact the game more than Azir, but at the same time able to make some very decisive plays in the mid game to spiral that team ahead.
Yeah. And it all ties back into how much Ham decides to focus on the lanes and focus on the enemy jungle rather than his own. Because again, top and mid, I don't see a lot of kill pressure coming out of, especially like early game where it's gonna matter the most. Like there's literally no kill pressure between Kale and Karma. Karma has some kill pressure depending on how Kale might play it, but like just from a champion perspective. But chances are, user person and Double XL are just gonna play safe enough to where they just don't kill each other and they farm it out like they have been this entire series.
And now we have loaded in to our Game 4 between Iron Dragons and Kisses for Cats. I'm ready to see what kind of level 1 we might have. Maybe something a little spicy here will come out, and we'll see some interesting play between the team. And we can see the pinks coming in. It looks like they're ready to go for blood right away.
And something worth noting is the fact that Meowing Cat decided to opt into teleport rather than an offensive or defensive summoner spell. Which means that Kisses for Cats has triple TP on their side.
Waiting here now, hoping to find someone coming forward, trying to maybe set up a defensive ward. We can see Lai Xiaolu just playing a little bit, little offensively on the bottom side, trying to maybe get some vision there. Just trying to see where exactly Kisses for Cats is set up at this moment in time. And we're going to have Ham go ahead and start on his blue side, and the ward was spotted out, or Lai Xiaolu was spot out that Ham will start there. And that kind of gives a little bit of, control over to Ancient Mommy as long as he tracks that jungler really well. Same side start for both these junglers. They're just going to try to create their pathings up. Maybe go for this first gank in the top lane. Maybe try to find a cheeky gank in this mid lane. I'm just ready to see how these teams are going to react now that we know how Ham has been so dominant in the early game.
I don't think having information on Ham is going to do Ancient Mommy that much good. Like
so we see now
all over the place.
It is a fasting Senna, as Orange is going to be the one mostly getting the farm done here in this lane. A little bit of poking back and forth, but a flash play goes forward. Ignite goes down, but the hook goes wide as Haxel using both sums and not really finding too much in the bot lane. Able to force that flash off of Sharon Fang. Going forward, the root connects onto Haxel. Haxel's now getting taken low, and here comes Ham. He picks up first blood, and now he's running after Lai Xiaolu. Lai Xiaolu just trying to kite back, trying to get away, and he will make it back to the safety of this tower. But Ham is not done yet, trying to get those Dark Harvest procs. But with that, Ancient Mommy's going to go into Ham's top side. Like you talked about, they had the vision and they had a decent tracking of where Ham might be, but they just weren't ready for that gank to come in the bot lane, and that allowed Ham to pick up that first blood.
Tanamo and Double XL coming in to defend the red buff, making sure that Ancient Mommy doesn't steal that away.
Mommy, though, with a 24 CS lead, was able to pick up a couple of his own camps and try to get over to Ham's red buff fast enough, but he just couldn't quite make it in time. I'm ready to see how Iron Dragon's going to try to get a handle on Ham, as he's just been a monster these past couple games.
Yeah, and the CS difference between the junglers mainly is coming from the fact that Ancient Mommy picked up both Raptor camps. And is now picking up his third Raptor camp of the game, as opposed to Ham not having a single one yet.
So how well do you think this Fasting Senna is going to work out? It's not too terribly common, and we haven't seen it yet this series. Do you think it's still going to be the powerhouse it used to be with when paired with that Ornn?
Oh yeah, Fasting Senna is still like a very much a big thing.
Hook connects onto Sharon Fang, but Meowing Cat's not ready to give up two just yet. Sharon Fang forced to heal away, and now Meowing Cat is just putting so much damage on Elijah Lu in the back line. He's just chasing him down, but here comes Ancient Mommy from behind, trying to see what he can do. They're moving forward, and the hook connects onto Meowing Cat, but the TP's coming in. Haxel picked up the kill. Another TP gonna come in to counter, and here we go. We got a fight brewing on our hands. Ham's in the back line. Double XL picked up the kill onto Haxel, and Ancient Mommy's gonna be gonna take down Tanamo, and Double XL's being choked out. But here comes Ham chasing down the low members, and Meowing Cat TPing in as well. Ham's gonna pick up no, Double XL's gonna pick up the kill onto Ancient Mommy, but now I'm Candy's gonna be taken down by Ham. That was a 5v4 in the bot lane.
I mean, when you account for the duration of the fight, it technically was a 5v5. Because everybody teleported. Everybody in the game teleported down the bot lane just now. And then
what an explosive fight down in this bot lane. A lot of really important kills picked up for Kisses for Cats. They now have 3 kills on Ham and 2 kills on Double XL, with really only 2 return kills given over, and 1 went on to Haxel and another on Ancient Mommy. So really it wasn't all that worth for Iron Dragons there in that fight.
No, not at all. Especially when your Kale is nowhere near as strong as she needs to be. She's not even level 6 yet to have access to range form yet, and you have her teleporting down. Like before, like that was still before first back and everything. But we see the lanes return back to normal. 4 assists given to Sharon Fang.
Double XL just trying to be a nuisance in this top lane, able to, just negate.
Karma Pick hasn't been banned out, aside from I believe the first game. So it's like it's very difficult to really deal with that champion, like especially with her low cooldowns and the amount of damage she's able to put out. Even after a slew of nerfs, it doesn't even matter. But I think the important thing to notice here is that Senna already has 21 souls at the 6-minute mark.
Ancient Mommy might be caught out here, as now we have the root landing. He's going to bind forward, but here goes Meowing Cat trying to keep going, and Haxel's going to save him with the lantern.
And Sharon Fang opting not to go into a tier or anything like that, so we'll see what the build looks like from Sharon Fang, because that's going to determine how strong Sharon Fang is going to be this game.
Ancient Mommy with a CS lead, but that's 3 kills over to Ham. That is a lot of gold in his hands. As you can see, the Runic Echoes has already been completed to just a Ruby Crystal and Blue Smite over for Ancient Mommy. I really want to see how they can try to lock down Ham, as Ham now sets his sights over here to I'm Candy, as he's going to go forward. Shockwave's going to connect, and Ham's going to burst through I'm Candy. Ham is a monster in this game.
And it's like I said, like we've already seen what Ham can do with a lead, and now he's got it. This is really scary for Iron Dragon.
Haxel going forward with the Ignite onto Sharon Fang, but Sharon Fang's just going to kind of walk back away, as Meowing Cat's going to be able to soak all the damage needed to kind of protect his Fasting Senna.
And this is, like, from what it looks like, is another case of Iron Dragon syndrome, where they've got the Ash, they've got I'm Candy and they've got Usurpers, two champions that really take time to scale into scary champions.
A lot of CC here trying to lock down Ham. Ham's now moving back, and he's going to be shut down by I'm Candy. Huge kill going over onto that Azir, trying to get him caught up.
Playing a little bit too aggressive without Tanimo to back him up there. And the blue buff given back to I'm Candy.
Hook connects on the Meowing Cat, but that Ornn is just already at a tanky stage of this game where he's not taking too much damage. And Lai Xiaolu is forced to flash away as we saw the Dawning Shadow coming out, almost ready to pick him off. Looking around the map now, it looks like Ham might have his sights set on this dragon, but he's looking now for Aincher Mami. Flashes forward, he's going to pick up 2 stacks on him already, trying to finish him off, but he's going to take down Aincher Mami. Ham is a menace in the jungle.
And depending on how this might play out, he might catch out somebody right here. Haxel.
Going over onto Haxel, already has 3 stacks. Lancer's in Lai Xiaolu, and now they're making their defense underneath their tower. Ham still keeping his eyes on this bot lane, ready to see if he wants to decide to go in. But Meowing Cat and Sharon Fang are going ahead and get a quick reset as they've been on that for just a little bit too long.
Opting not to go for the dragon because of it, as well as his mid laner Tanimo wants to back as well. Quite a bit of gold to spend there. Oh, not really any gold to spend, so probably just wanting to reset for the dragon.
Aincher Mami kind of shadowing mid lane, looking to see if he can create a pick onto Tanimo. Oh, and the wall's going to come out, forcing Tanimo to flash away. Shockwave coming through, trying to connect. He hits it on Candy, but it's not enough. Candy pick up that kill onto Tanimo.
I wonder why Tanimo opted to try to go back for the tower rather than running towards him. Aincher Mami didn't have a bandage toss yet to get back on him. But that it will be the dragon. Started up by Iron Dragon, but there are 3 members of Kisses for Cats ready to try and fight it.
Meowing Cat starting up the Ornn Horde, trying to see it will connect on all 3, and Ham's just being a menace, destroying them all, taking down I'm Candy. Hook connects, teleport comes in by User Person, and Lai Xiaolu will be taken down. User Person came in just a little bit too late, and that's a double kill over to Tanimo.
And that was huge because I'm Candy wasn't really in a position to do anything because had just had that fight there, had no ultimate to really back anybody away. So they started it off with 3 people and forced the TP out of User Person at a very bad time, and it was just at another bad time because again, you're playing Kayle. Kayle still isn't a champion yet. Level 9, not even a Gunblade, no Nashor's Tooth, no tier item that to be had right now. So it's just that Kayle's not a champion yet. So you can't sit there and rely on her like she's going to be there and like on User Person that they can continue to do that. Especially when Double XL, who's an extremely powerful Karma as it is, they just can't deal with it. It's essentially fighting 4v5.
See Hextech GLP coming out for Double XL on the top lane, just trying to keep User Person down for as long as possible, not letting this Kayle scale. But we see now Double XL connecting with Tether, just trying to create some space, and because he understands that Aincher Mami is there in the top side, and he's not ready to be ganked quite yet.
Attention down in the bot.
Here we go, knockup coming in, Enchanted Crystal Arrow going to land onto Sharon Fang, but Sharon Fang's not ready to give up quite yet. Ham picking up that kill onto Lai Xiaolu, and now he's going to shut down Haxel as well and ult himself back out to safety. Aincher Mami going for a gank in the top lane, but it just wasn't enough. And now they're just going to cut through this bottom tower.
I don't know if they... Oh yeah, with another wave coming in, they definitely get this first tower. But this is exactly what we've said over and over throughout the series, Ham once again proving why he's the better jungler.
Emperor's Divide coming out, and Ancient Mommy's there to help secure the kill, and he takes down Tanamo. A shutdown over to Ancient Mommy.
A small shutdown, not a major one, but a shutdown nonetheless, and is definitely appreciated.
So if you're Iron Dragon right now, what can you do to kind of, hang on to this game? You're down 4,000 gold. Sure, you secured that first dragon, but you lost a lot of members for it. Ham has just been everywhere on the map. What can you do right now?
Controlling the neutral objectives, like they just picked up Rift Herald. So it's like that's where they're going to be able to find this game back. Controlling the vision and controlling the neutral game. Once again, Ham down here, forcing the flash out of Haxel, dodging a lot of abilities.
And he's going to keep going now onto Elijah Liu, forces a quick flash, but now Ham has to kind of space himself and wait for the rest of his team to arrive. But they're still going forward, trying to see just how far they can push their luck.
True damage Senna, true damage Echo, a lot of true damage.
And I'm Candy's going to go ahead and start pressuring this mid lane turret now that Tanamo wasn't there to defend quite yet. Tanamo making his way, but Ancient Mommy's now ready to drop the Herald. But Ham is here to back him up, and here comes the teleport now from Meowing Cat as they're going forward. Force the flash by Ancient Mommy. And it looks like this tower's going to go ahead and be secured with the Herald.
I don't know about the teleport from Meowing Cat, that was rather questionable, but it does seem like they're gonna force this mid tower, maybe? That might be why? I'm not entirely sure. But with Dragon up in the next 50 seconds, they need to stay and keep the vision around the bot side of the map to really be prepared to attack, to really take that Dragon on spawn.
This Ocean Dragon coming up is going to be a very deciding moment to see if Iron Dragon's going to try to contest this or if they're going to just try to give it up because they know they're kind of behind right now. Maybe trying to get this Kale some more farm, get her to level 11, allow user person to scale and get those items collected. No TPs available for either top laner, and that just means that it might just be a straight 4v4, but it looks like Double XL might be getting ready to move down as he's already had this top lane pushed out. Three members of Kisses for Cats already there stationed around the dragon, setting up their vision defense, making sure they can see just how Iron Dragon's going to try to contest this Drake. Ham's waiting on the backside, has a really good flank. Dragon's been started now. Ancient Mommy maybe keeping his eyes, see if he can go for a steal, but it's just too little too late. But Ham is now going forward. Ornhorn coming out, huge shockwave onto 2, and that is 2 kills over to Ham. A 10-1 Echo at 17 minutes.
Absolutely taking over this game.
And Ham has just been running over this early game. But they need to make sure that they kind of get ready to go in, but they are, and the Amumu hits a massive 4-man stun, forcing Ham to go ahead and just rewind right on out of there with the Chrono Break. And now they're going to go ahead and pressure this mid-tier 2. Ancient Mommy trying to hold on to a defense, but he knows he can't go in quite yet without his team. Walking forward, you can just see how much poke they have. Haxel taken kind of low. But here we go, Emperor's Divide, and now User Person coming in from the back line. Shockwave coming out, and I'm Candy picking up the kill on the Meowing Cat, but now User Person flashing forward, Tanamo picking up that kill, and here goes Ham straight on into I'm Candy, trying to take him down low, no mana available, and then I'm Candy gonna go forward, try to pick up the kill. He will finish off Tanamo, but Tanamo will be taking down triple kill over to his ear, while Ham finishes off Flash Alu. These fights are chaotic and all over the place. And just, it's an absolute wild ride being able to cast these games.
It's so much fun. I love doing this. Especially watching games like this, where like there's just constant action. Something's always happening.
see a 10 stacked Magi's in the hands of Ham right now. You know, he's really showing that he knows that he's a dominant force in this game. And with how he's been playing, he might even get that thing fully stacked up at this next dragon fight.
Yeah, he
Baron's
was upset.
spawning in a minute.
He was upset that he even lost a game. Like that his team even lost a game. That he even looked the way he did that first game. Uh-oh. Ham spotted out by Elijah Lu, but will he continue to go for it? No.
Horn coming out now. Ham's going forward. He's able to connect, and Tano picks up the kill onto Haxel. They're going to keep on running. I'm Candy now trying to create some space for his team. And that's going to be the end of that fight really quick, with the red buff going over to the hands of Ham. And Sharon Fang able to poke out so much that Ham's going to easily finish off Lai Xiaolu. Really good play by Sharon Fang to set up Ham there.
We're like, it's 20 minutes and we're already at a 66 stack Senna. 66. Like, that's just so much. Like, she's already got what, 75 bonus range, 75 and 50 AD. But the important part is the range.
Shockwaves goes through, doesn't quite connect on the I'm Candy. I'm Candy just trying to drag himself out of that fight. Kisses for Cats is so dominant right now, up almost 8,000 gold. You know, I think Iron Dragon's only hope is to try to get user person to, you know, get to that level 16 and be that late game terrorizer that Kale can be with I'm Candy setting her up with Emperor's Divide.
That's really their only hope right now, because they can't control the neutral game like this anymore. The difference is too severe, and now that Tanimo has finished a tier item on the Orianna, like, there's no way that's going to be easy to catch her out. Especially now that she's also got Tanimo also has the Twin Shadows to find whoever he wants.
16 stacks on this Magi for Ham. You know, he's just been everywhere. Sheen picked up. He's going to be doing so much damage if he finds the right angles in these fights. Dragon coming up in 45 seconds. That'll be the second Drake for both teams. I'm not quite sure if Iron Dragon can contest this, as the user person doesn't have a teleport for this fight.
Neither does Double XL, but I don't believe Double XL needs to be in these fights right now.
Really good vision control setup by Kisses for Cats, with only one pink in the pit by Iron Dragons, as they're just trying to hang on to what they can. User person already doing so much damage onto Double XL, but Double XL easily able to kite around him with the Hextech GLP. These top laners are just going back and forth. Dragon now spawning. I'm hoping to see just how these teams are going to be able to handle this. Kisses for Cat's going to go ahead and start up this dragon now, as Ancient Mommy is not going to be able to contest. He's trying to make his way now, but it's too late. Ham able to pick up that dragon for his team with Tanimo in.
Having 3 completed items as well as a 16 stack Magi's as his fourth is just, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that?
And now Kisses for Cats might just set their sights on this Baron, because they know they can win almost any fight that comes their way. They're making their way over there, maybe trying to set up a little death bush. They're getting their vision control, and they're just daring Iron Dragons to walk in. Sharon Fang walking forward, just kind of picking up some stacks here and there. Here comes Ham, making his way forward. Haxel's kind of caught out, forced to flash away. Here comes the Ornhorn coming out now. Is this going to connect onto Ancient Mommy? Ancient Mommy's going to go ahead and drop the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Now he's trying to create some space, but Ham picks up that kill. Shockwave going a little bit wide there as the Channel Crystal Arrow flies past your screen. But here we go, Ham going in deep, and he's just going to instantly chrono break right back out of there, picking up that kill on Haxel.
That is so much damage. Now almost a fully stacked Magi's at 24, only missing 1 stack off of it. Which makes it a 140 AP item right now. Vajai Soul Stealer being the highest AP item in the game once it's fully stacked. I think at 20 stacks it becomes the same value as a.
And now Orange is kind of creating up the items he needs as they get ready to set up for this Baron, making sure they have the vision control. User person here, but he might just be too far forward as Sharon Fang is now running after him, looking for the root. Doesn't quite connect, but here comes the slows, and Ham's going to go forward and instantly burst through user person.
I want to know how much damage that E just did.
Top tier 2 turret instantly going to be forced down. Iron Dragon is trying to hang on, but Ham is just not ready to let go, and he blows up Lai Xiaolu. This game might already be over, ladies and gentlemen, as Kisses for Cats now is just shoving their way through the top lane, picking up this inhib for free.
Like Iron Dragon knocked down Kisses for Cats in the first game, but
and here we go again. Ornhorn coming out and taking down Haxel. They're now knocking at the doors, trying to take care of him. Ain't Your Mommy now going in a little bit too deep, but it's not enough. Sharon Fang picking up that kill, and now they're just here knocking on the doors to this Nexus. Shockwave goes a little bit wide. User person instantly deleted. Emperor's Vi gonna knock him on the wall, not be able to pick him up, and that is the ace for Kisses for Cats. But here comes Lai Xiaolu trying to hang on for his team. He's being forced back into his own base, but it's just not enough. He's taken down, but he collects 2 big shutdowns. And now they are knocking on the Nexus turrets. Haxel's here trying to make his valiant last stand. Kisses for Cats, just so dominant, up 12,000 gold. Looking to pick up a second inhibitor turret with this wave coming in soon.
And there's just no way. Even after stopping, or not even stopping, Ham kind of suicided into the fountain. He still has 15 stacks to work with, and it literally doesn't even matter.
Huge shockwave gonna connect on the Haxel, and Tandem's gonna take him down. Meow and Cat's gonna go ahead and tank that Enchanted Crystal Arrow. He's trying to get away from User Person. User Person putting out a lot of damage, but Meow and Cat's gonna flash over the wall to safety.
And what is there to even know? Like, we've got a Blade of the Ruined King on Kale right now, and not even infinite. Like, 2 items across the board, with the exception of top on the side of Iron Dragon, and then you've got like 3 on every single player for Kisses for Cats. Like, the gold difference is insane. It's like 13k. Got 7 tower difference. About probably just gonna grab this Dragon and Baron and end the game.
Dragon's gonna try to hang on here, but it's just a little bit too late, as Ham has just took control of the early game and allowed his team to get ahead as they need. I'm Candy here trying to poke the bear a little bit, and Ham's just gonna pick up and just go wherever he wants to kind of secure these objectives.
And with the rapid fire cannon completed on Sharon Fang Senna, there's no champion in the game that can outrange her right now. Even with the assistance of another rapid fire cannon with almost 100 stacks, has an extra 100 range, 250 bonus range on Senna. Is just, you can't do anything about it. She's hitting you from so far away.
Iron Dragons trying to set up their vision on the top side around the Baron, but Kisses for Cat's gonna go ahead and just pick up this dragon, and then now they're probably gonna make their way towards this Baron. As we now see Meowing Cat go ahead and teleporting towards this top lane, and he's going to start running after Lai Xiaolu. Ornhorn coming out, and it's going to go ahead and connect. Here we go. He's going to keep going in deep. CC chain, and it's just interrupting. Tandemo picks up the kill on the Lai Xiaolu. Excellent CC chain, and a good play by Meowing Cat to stop Lai Xiaolu from going to safety.
A textbook CC chain from solo ulting from solo Orn. Hitting triple passives, passive procs.
Here we go, Kisses for Cats making their push, trying to see if they can end the game now. All 5 members up, only 4 left to defend for Iron Dragons. They're making their way in now. Azir turret replacing one of the Nexus turrets. Good poke damage from I'm Candy onto Sharon Fang, but they're just able to put back so much from Kisses for Cats. Huge shockwave is going to connect onto I'm Candy. I'm Candy taken low. And here comes Ham going forward. He's going to be instantly destroyed by that turret, but now here we go. Elijah Lu trying to make it to defense. Meow and Cat's going to go forward. Emperor's Divide going to go ahead and knock back Double XL. But they're going back forward. Meow and Cat's going to be taking down Sharon Fang, able to pick up I'm Candy. Sharon Fang able to position so well in these fights. Tanimo's not ready to give up quite yet. Double XL trying to create some disruption for the team. Tanimo trying to get some poke off where he can. Elijah Lu trying to bravely hang on. Chain of Crystal Arrow is going to take him down, but it's just not enough. Sharon Fang trying to just slowly whittle him down. Ignite goes down, and User Person collects a big shutdown onto Sharon Fang. That's an ace for Iron Dragons.
I just think it was a little bit greedy for the way that they played that fight, but they're so far ahead that I don't think it matters. I think it's fine. Do they get this tower? They still get the bot lane tower from the minions.
Level 16 Kale is now online. You know, kind of dangerous position if that Kale's allowed to keep scaling up.
Death cap completed on Ham, so now he's sitting on 600 AP without the fully stacked Magi's. Only having 7 stacks on it.
I can definitely has a chance to hang into this game, but they have to make sure that they are executing their comp to the best of their ability. They have to lock down Ham. They have to avoid the massive shockwaves Tanimo's been putting out. They have the ability, but I'm not sure if they can hang on just yet. Ornhorn comes out just to tease, I guess. I'm not quite sure. That's a pretty big ultimate to lose right before this Baron fight. Well, we can see the bottom of their screen. Ham is sniffing out to see if he can pick up Elijah Lu here. But the rest of his team's going to keep going forward, and now they're going on. Huge Shockwave's going to connect onto Ain't Your Mommy. And now Haxel's on the, User Person's on the run. He's going to go ahead and ult. Emperor's Divide going to come out and he's going to connect and kill Sharon Fang. But then Double XL's going to pick up the kill on the I'm Candy. And Ham will take down Elijah Lu. User Person and Haxel trying to make their final defense. And there goes User Person Haxel now, the solo member of Iron Dragons, trying to hang on to the base. They're just padding up the stacks now, and that's an ace over to Kisses for Cats. And that's going to be the game and the series to Kisses for Cats with an excellent show from Ham. Like Ham said, GG and welcome to the jungle. Ham was all over the place and definitely the top player of the game.
Of the series, I'd say.
Ham was everywhere in every game. You know, after that game one, he was like, people are doubting me and I'm not okay with this. So he decided to go ahead and play, you know, at the best of his ability, and he just rolled Ain't Your Mommy in the jungle. I can't imagine any better play and any more that you can expect out of this guy after that performance.
Oh yeah, just means he's gonna have to do it in the finals.
You know, looking how strong he was in that game, we talked about how, you know, they need to keep their eye on him. They had him tracked in those first couple minutes, but he was able to go pick up those kills in the bot lane for his team, and that really allowed him to spiral out of control. And I think Ham was definitely, you know, just everywhere he needed to be in this game. And I'm really happy for Kisses for Cats there for stepping up and winning as they needed to.
But as things go on, things happen, and it is unfortunately rounding about to the end. A lot of things happen, a lot of explosive plays happened, a lot of things happen, and at the end of the day, Kisses for Cats came out on top of Iron Dragon. Oh.
That was an extremely exciting series to watch. I'm very happy for Kisses for Cats to go ahead and secure that win. An excellent semifinals game. I'm looking forward to the game tonight at 7 p.m.
And I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be here watching, and I'm on the analyst desk for that too. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, and hopefully we will see you all there. But for the time being, we will be signing off. I am
Browning on him.